is going on. Without further ado, don't forget, Gary Cobb will join us at 4:30 as well. We bring in our friend, Big Z, Zander Krause. He joins us now. How you doing, bro?
What's going on, man? How you doing over there?
The team that never fails to deliver. How you doing?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's quite a bit of action going on, Sills, in Philadelphia. Tell you what, though, man, feels like they could go either way here. Like, it's going to be hard and I said this last week, but it's going to be hard to be super optimistic that they're a Super Bowl team if Goedert goes and AJ goes, Jalen Phillips walks, and you're looking at a bunch of draft picks to replace him. Now, maybe Howie makes some splashes. Maybe he brings in a good tight end. Maybe he makes a trade for a Michael Mayer or somebody like that. Maybe he trades for Max Crosby. I mean, you can flip it on its head. You can still be positive about it, or there are still things you can do. But boy, if all those guys go and the replacement plan is rookies, oh man, that's going to be tough, man. That is going to be tough.
Rookies and Timu. Right now they're 13-6 in cap space.
Yeah,
not a lot of. They could redo deals.
Yeah, they can create more. I mean, you got the question earlier. How is Dallas signing people? They're 40 million. You know how it is. I mean,
Williams.
Yeah, you can restructure, and John points this out all the time. I think people don't understand this. Most NFL contracts that are signed today, teams can restructure them without even needing to call the player. Like, they don't need to get approval. They're getting the same money. It doesn't change anything.
They'll add voids.
Right. So they can add the voids. They can do the restructure. So, I'm not worried about that part. But look, Howie said that the priority is re-signing their guys. So if Goedert's going to go, now that's what it's been reported today, or that's what Matthew Berry put out in his column. I don't know if he's right or if he's not right, but I have no reason to believe he's a liar. I think he's a pretty credible guy. I mean, from what I know about Matthew Berry. So We'll see, man. Goedert going, though, is
a what? On a scale of 1 to 10, if Goedert does leave, what is that? And by the way, also two things. What's the impact on the offense? And also, is that an indictment on where they're going offensively that a veteran guy doesn't want to be here?
Well, I actually don't think him not wanting to be here has anything to do with the offense. I mean,
so he's not part of it?
Well, I just think he's pissed off they gave him a fat pay cut.
Okay.
Remember, he had a career.
Hey.
He had a career year in touchdowns. Like, he's not A.J. Brown crying about the offense. Now maybe he doesn't love it, but I don't think that's his problem. I think the problem is that.
But I want you to look me in the face here, and I'm going to tell you something, and you and I will understand this. It's one thing to take a pay cut. It's another thing for that company to make sure that they want you, to make sure that we're moving in the same direction, that I'm bringing you in so that we can win together and do this. Xander, I mean, if you really want Goedert, you don't let him walk out the building.
Yeah, but if that player is no longer prioritizing the same goals of the organization, I mean, you shed light on this all the time. Organizational goals are not the same as individual goals.
No way.
I mean, that's not how players don't go into Canton based on team accolades.
No.
Players get contracts, players extend their careers, players get remembered, players go down in history for their individual feats. So if Dallas Goedert, I don't think he cares about that at this point. I mean, he got a ring. He's got 2 of them. Doesn't he? Yep. Wasn't he here in 17? Or no, he came after.
No, he wasn't here.
He came after.
Yeah.
But so, I don't think he cares about that, dude. I think he wants to get paid. I think he wants to get paid.
And if he can get paid and get big targets in Kansas City, wouldn't you do it?
Yeah. You think that's where it would be? I
think Kansas City right now, when you look at their number right now, the Kansas City Chiefs right now, where they are in cap space, I mean, they're $5 million over the salary cap. So I'm not sure that that's a place where that he would end up landing, but I'll tell you a place that he could go. How about him in Los Angeles at the Chargers with Justin Herbert and Mike McDaniel, and because they got a shitload of money. They got $90 million in cap space.
Well, we're about to find out how good Dallas Goedert is. Now, he's older, but I used to say I thought Goedert was overrated by Eagle fans, but underrated if he was in a different system type of thing. But we're going to find out. I mean, you can make an argument he's, kind of been limited his whole career in terms of really being able to catapult but he's been injured so much. So it's hard to even say that, but we'll see, man. We'll see. I think with all this potential change, Sills, like I'm not a doomer. I'm not a doom and gloom kind of guy in general. I mean, I generally think maybe more negatively than the optimistic people in the world, but I'm not a doomer. It's reasonable to say if the Eagles don't make the right moves this offseason, they could go from worst to first or best to last in the NFC East. Now, I don't think that's actually going to happen because I don't think the Commanders are ready to contend. I don't think the Giants are ready for that yet either. I think what's more likely is you lose stranglehold as the first place in the East. But dude, you can't just get rid of all these good players and expect them to replace them with draft picks or Temu guys.
That's why I keep bringing them up. You go from Milton Williams, you go to Josh Sweat, you go to now potentially Dallas Goedert, you go to potentially to A.J. Brown, you go to Nakobe Dean, you may lose Jalen Phillips. I mean, bro, what the fuck are we talking about here? You're losing quality Pro Bowl guys.
Yeah.
And to think that you're going to win 10, 12, 11 games with a JV team, that's not going to happen here, man. I mean, all right. So let's get to the John McMullen favorite topic, A.J. Brown.
I am sick of that topic too, man. But you love it. You love this topic.
Oh my God, it's the biggest topic in the National Football League.
It is. Now. Everywhere I go, literally everywhere I look, it's A.J. Brown.
Okay. So the Zander Krause. Here we go. Look at this. The Zander Krause meter is, as of March 2nd, where?
You remember the one time I said the meter had me at 80-20, he was staying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like, I don't know if there was a glitch in the radar that day or something was all wrong with the code or something.
What is the Iraqi defense? That's how
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be back at this point. I mean, I don't know. I'm hearing some things. I saw one of the Eagle YouTubers put out that they talked to an old player who said AJ wanted to be traded even right after the Super Bowl. I saw that. So I don't know. I mean, dude, if this guy really doesn't want to be here, what are you going to do? Sit here and fucking, placate to him over and over again? He's crying, he's whining, he's bitching, he's moaning. I don't know, man. If he wants to go, then just get him out of here. But here's, again, the big problem is, dude, how he's going to lose the trade. Howie doesn't like losing trades.
Yeah, but for the betterment of your team? In the sanctity of your team?
Wait a second. This is where you contradict yourself.
Okay.
You say for the betterment of the team, yet last week you predicted what? 7 wins? 8 wins?
7.
7. Because of AJ leaving. So how do you go to 7 wins and then say that's for the betterment of the team?
Because you're going to have to take a step back to move forward. I've been saying that the whole offseason. You guys are under this guys that you're just going to hang in there with 11, 12 wins, losing all these guys. You're fucking drunk. That ain't happening. You're taking a step back this year, dude. Look at the way you're behaving as an organization. You're losing Goedert, reportedly. You may lose Jalen Phillips and a 3. You may lose this guy, AJ Brown. How about this one, too? I heard what you said this morning, and I thought it was really interesting. Hey, AJ, you're under contract, but you can't let the inmates run the asylum. Well, here, this is what the opposite of that is. Okay, so I'm going to keep a guy on a team only because of the money, and the guy fucking hates me, and I hate him. And then you're going to wait a second, and you're going to wait till the trading deadline to have all of that bullshit going on in your team. Your team's going to be already in the chaos. And so you've already made this thing ugly. Well, here, let me ask you this. So would you stick with a chick if you hated her filthy guts?
No.
And you would sit there and hang with her. Well, I didn't even finish. And you would hang with her because you were worried about finances and shit. Would you hang with that chick, or would you be living in a shed somewhere or in a teepee somewhere because you didn't have to see her face anymore?
if only this was actual locker room talk, we would have a much different response to that question than no, seriously. I don't make me go down that road. I mean, that's,
you know that you're not living with somebody you don't want to play
yeah,
with.
but you went the finance route. I don't know if that's what it's all about, but I get your point. All right, point understood. No, I wouldn't sit there and wait around on it. But I mean, if you want to use your analogy, I mean, if you got a rocket under your arm and you're a geezer, are you going to put up with the annoying quips? Because I don't know. I'm not a geezer and I don't have that problem. So
Okay.
I wonder though if that's realistic.
Well, I'll tell you, you want to know
the Eagles receiving core without AJ Brown is not so good.
No,